Hey everybody, before we get started today, I just wanted to have a little update, chit chat, forewarning, update, whatever. This is a easy pump, I think is what it's called. I'm still not really sure. And as you can see, it has a IV line coming out of it that is attached to my arm, that is attached to a PICC line, that is inside of one of my veins. It's covered up for the most part. No blood, there's no needles. It's just going to be in my videos for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because it changes a couple times throughout the video. Sometimes I have the antibiotics on, sometimes I don't. I do have to take them for 2 hours each day, so it's unavoidable that at some times it's going to just be in the video, and sometimes I don't have the sock on my hand or I don't have anything on my arm guarding it, so there's just tubes there, but there's nothing like gross going on. There's no blood, nothing like that. So there's tubes coming out my arm. Let me just get it down to that. Okay, and when I started making this wreath, I fully intended on like sitting down and recording it, but as you can see with the tubes and the sock, it's catching on the deco mesh, and I recorded this for about 5 minutes before I got extremely frustrated and it just gave up. So there's kind of a disconnect between this first section where I'm showing you what's going on and then what actually happens. But right now I'm taking some 10-inch wide by 10-inch long pieces of deco mesh and I'm just rolling them into little tubes. I think they call them rolls in the deco mesh community. I'm not sure. It seems like most people, when they make these wreaths, they're doing them and wiring them into the wreath with the wires and the pine needles or whatever, but I like to make all the bundles and then put them in there. That just makes more sense to me. And my base that I'm starting out with is a piece of this 4-inch burlap that's 10 inches long, and I did run glue along every piece. There's 18 pieces total. There's glue around the edge, the cut edge, because you know how burlap is. It's disgusting. So I did glue everything, and then I cut them so they're like fray checked. They're not gonna fray or anything like that. And I'm putting these together with the tube part on the bottom, the burlap on top, and then there's 2 felt pieces on top of that you're gonna see later. I think I only put in 1 because I was in no position to be making a video when I was making this, so the first part's kind of messed up, but I find my groove in a minute. This is just a coaster I'm using to weigh stuff down because it's so hard to work with. I see, like, I've been watching all these live streams of these women like making these huge wreaths with like giant rolls of mesh, and I'm like, how are they doing this without like covering their entire table? What's going on? So you can see I'm just really pulling tight and making a little poof. This was supposed to be a gingerbread wreath, but I had a sign that was for gingerbread. It said like gingerbread bakery, something like that, that I could not match the color of the frame to. I could not find a ribbon. I could not find anything. This felt was the closest I got, but even then, it still didn't look right. So it ended up becoming something else. See, it rolls all over the place. Maybe I don't have enough room. This is mesh from the Dollar Tree. I didn't end up using this because I don't care if it's $1. I couldn't. It doesn't look terrible. It's just that it didn't go with where I was wanting the wreath to go. I think if you were doing something, like a snow wreath or something like that, it would be fine. But this was it was too puffy. It was too iridescent. It was too frilly for what I was trying to do. So this is what the original little bundle looked like. And this is what the actual bundle looked like. It's the tube on the bottom, the burlap on top, and then there's 2 pieces of felt that is cut 1 inch by 9 inches, I think. And I just did the ends. And there I'm showing you that the sock is off, the antibiotics are off. All you can see is the ports right there on my arm. Now I'm just going to go around and tie these into the wreath. And I just like to go and, you know, do opposite sides to make sure they're even. I usually have 18 of them. I think that's what I end up putting on here. And I'm fast forwarding through this because I was just going to cut it out, but I was like, why should I cut it out when I could just like speed it up? You can see everything that's happening instead of me just automatically hitting a button and then you're on to the next section without seeing how it actually got done. I'm just going around making sure I'm getting all the gaps full. And I'm kind of fluffing things up as I go. And you can see this wreath looks wild now because those burlap pieces are super wide and super long, but it gets fixed later on. So because my gingerbread sign didn't work, I ended up using this Holly Jolly Avenue sign that I got from one of my grab bags last year at Michael's. Those grab bags, I mean, they've been paying for themselves for like the last 10 videos. The color doesn't match perfectly with this, but it matches better than the gingerbread sign did, so that's what I'm using. And as you can see right here, I'm kind of pushing everything out of the way, and I wish I hadn't done that because I ended up having to go back and fill in behind the sign because it just looked like it was going completely across the wreath, which it is, but it just looked wrong. And now I am using some silver pipe cleaners to attach the sign to the wreath. Because there's one thing I've learned, is that hot glue and these wreaths don't really get along. Well, hot glue and the metal. So I'm just pulling it around the back to the front, working around everything here. And then I'm just gonna do it on the other side and then flip it over so you can see how I'm just pulling it tight and then attaching to one of the other pipe cleaners or one of the pieces of the wreath. It really doesn't matter. And the back looks like a mess. I ended up going through and cleaning all that up to make it nice and neater looking. And it's the same thing on the other side. Okay, my camera cut out here for some reason, or I didn't hit record. This is red ribbon that is 12 inches. I think it's sticking out a little bit further than everything else. It's 12 inches. There were 18 pieces of them. It's about 2.5 inches wide, I'm guessing. I think this is from the Dollar Tree. It was really nice, but it did split. So, you know, you get what you pay for. One roll was almost completely split, but I had 3 rolls, so I just worked around it. When I say split, I mean that sheer section in the middle came apart from the edges, which happens a lot with Dollar Tree ribbon. Either the edges come off or something in the middle comes off. Now I am going through again, fast speed. And these aren't going anywhere in particular. I'm just trying to bring some more red into here since I'm not doing the gingerbread wreath anymore. And here's 2 packs of ornaments from Family Dollar. They're the same quality as the Dollar Tree one. They're the same price, but these were a little bit of a deeper red. They're not made by Greenbrier, who makes all of Dollar Tree stuff. It was a different company, which is weird because Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are the same company. So they're using 2 different distributors, or I don't know. But these were nicer red than the other ones at Dollar Tree. And I'm just adding the glitter ones because I had 18 of the shiny ones and then only 6 of the glitter ones, and I'm just kind of placing those wherever there's a little gap. Knocking my camera around. And now I've got some small silver balls. These are from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to put one of those next to every red ornament. I think that's what I end up doing. And I'm just trying to add a little silver back in because there's some silver. There's some silver metallic foil in the mesh, in the white mesh. And again, you can see like this burlap is everywhere, but I'm going to go back and fix that because it's just, it was a lot. I mean, you know it's a lot if I think it's a lot. And my antibiotics are hooked up right here, so you can see that the line is going back towards my shirt because I have the pump in my chest pocket on my t-shirt. Alright, so it looks like I have all the silver balls in, the sign secured, and this is when I'm like, what can I do with these? And I'm like, what if I just folded them over and kind of tucked them in like that? And I think to myself, oh, this is going to take so long because there's so many pieces. But once I got a couple of them folded down, and I was like, okay, well, you know, you can see the ribbon better, you can see the ornaments better, you can see the felt better. It just made things look a little bit more cohesive with the burlap folded down, so it's not so much burlap. And honestly, I would have used the burlap at all, but I was doing the gingerbread wreath, and I was like, gingerbread's brown, burlap's brown, maybe this will work, I don't know. So I'm putting some glue just on each corner and just kind of folding it down to make a point, and then I'm folding the point down. Which I'm sure there was a way I could have done this when I was making the bundles, but it was fine. I had Pandora on, I was jamming out to Christmas music. The Pandora Christmas station, do they only have like licenses to like 10 songs? It's like nothing but like Dean Martin and Bing Crosby and that other guy, and then it's like that Mariah Carey Christmas song 15 times in a row. I don't even know who that is playing right now. It's a woman though, so see, there's Mariah Carey. What did I just say? They're like, let's play Mariah Carey again, because everybody loves hearing this song 1,000 times during Christmas. So I'm folding and folding and making little poofs. You can see as I go, you can actually see the other stuff in the wreath now. And I do like the way this came out. I wish I just would have had something that matched the sign a little bit better. That gingerbread sign, I got it from Target. It's really nice, but the color is like impossible to match. And even if I had a color that was like complementary, but it's like this weird like gray minty green. Does that even make sense? Gray minty green? I looked at like 3 places when I was out shopping with my mom last week before all this IV nonsense happened. Actually, it was the same day. I'm going to go into this a little bit more in another video, just because it's going to be in every video for the next 6 weeks to 6 months. I'm not sure how long. My doctors don't know how long, so I'm going to explain what happened and maybe help you not have the same thing happen. I wanted some more red and some more of the blue, green, teal, whatever. These are some pom-poms I had from another wreath that I made that I never finished because I was like, I'm tired of making these pom-poms, and I just kind of gave up on it. So I had like 1,000 of these pom-poms laying around. So I went through, just stuck them in here. I'm not sure that I love them, but it was something different. It was a different texture. And it did break up some more of the burlap and the mesh and the ribbon and the felt. And I like that it's a little bit darker red. And the blue in there doesn't match the felt or the sign, so it kind of makes it look like, you know, oh, it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, I went through and did a lot of fluffing, and, you know, I could fluff for hours. That's how every video ends, with me like, I could fluff this for hours. And I did try a bow. The bow, as soon as I hung this on the wall and looked at it, I was like, nope. And the bow went flying across the room, and I think it's stuck on my Christmas tree right now. So there you go. I didn't need a bow, but everybody's always like, bow, bow, bow. So I try to do it all the time, and it just doesn't work. So you can see, instead of the bow, I just put some deco mesh tubing, a little bit on the bottom of the sign, and there's a little bit on the top you can see in the next picture. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was fun to make. If you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow me on Instagram and all of that good stuff. I will see you on Monday with a new video. Oh no, Saturday, because I have a shop with me. Look forward to that. Bye.